guys are staying safe. Hope you guys are washing those hands. Today I'm going to be sharing my recipe with you guys for stewed chicken. And stewed chicken is such a warm, comforting dish that you can add so much to it and you can eat it with so many things. So if you come on down, we're going to get started. For the chicken stew, I have here 4 pounds of chicken drumstick, and this I'm making for 2 days. I'm making for today and tomorrow. That's why I'm using that much. First of all, I want to add salt, and I'm gonna go in and add 1 teaspoon of salt for this marinade. And I like to put it in my hands because I get to sprinkle it all over the chicken like that. So I put 1 teaspoon of salt for the marinade, and for the for black pepper I want to add into here 1 teaspoon as well, because we want to flavor this up nicely. And I'm gonna do the same, sprinkle it with my hands so it gets all over the chicken. Black pepper is a really superstar in any or most dishes. So we have our 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and because my green seasoning that I'm gonna add for the marinade, I never put onion in my green seasoning. So that's the reason why I like to cut fresh onion in my dishes. So that's why I'm gonna add here 1 teaspoon of onion powder, because there's no onion in my green seasoning. But while I'm making the stew, I will add fresh onion to the stew. And for our green seasoning, I'm gonna add, and I want to give the exact measurement. I have 1 tablespoon, 2, 3, about 3.5 tablespoons of green seasoning, and that contains of garlic, green onion, thyme, pepper. So there's 2 kinds of thyme. There's fine thyme and broadleaf thyme. So there is 2 kinds of thyme, and I already have garlic in there. But because this is a good portion of chicken, I'm gonna add go ahead and add another clove of garlic, and I'm gonna grate that fresh garlic on top of it because I want to add some extra flavor into this chicken. For the marinade, I'm gonna leave it to sit with this until I'm ready to prepare the stew. So I always like to marinate first. Guys, if you're in a rush, you can do this right away. But if you have time, when you marinate it, you get a very beautiful flavor out of it. Sometimes I don't have time, so I don't leave it for long. I would just cook it up right away. And then I want to add a piece of ginger, and this would be like a 1/2 teaspoon, just to give that little nice ginger flavor into the dish. You don't want to put too much, but a nice little hint that you can taste when you make this stew or for the marinade. It works a long way when you put just a little pinch. So it's like a 1/2 teaspoon. If you don't have fresh ginger, you can go right ahead and add your ginger powder. But if you don't like ginger in the whole, or you can't use ginger, please feel free to leave it out. And this here, some of the ingredients that I put and you can't find, you can leave them out. Or some of the ingredients that I add and that you can't have for some reason, then you can leave it out. Or you can add something that you like. So I like to go in with my hands because I can get to reach all parts of the chicken with my hands like that. And I like to give it a good rub so the marinade can go into all parts of the chicken. So look at how beautiful that looks. It looks so nice. You can see all the seasoning everywhere, and it smells so delicious. Only thing I can't eat it when it's raw. So I'm gonna leave this to marinate until I'm ready, and I'm gonna let you guys know for how long I let it marinate. But if you're in a rush and you feel like you have to make this right away, it's also doable. You can marinate right away and you can cook it right away, or leave it as long as you wish. And I find when you do that, the flavor is a little bit more richer. So guys, I just nearly forgot about the Chinese sauce. I like to put a little bit of chief Chinese sauce onto the marinade because this changed the color of the chicken. In the stew, you want your chicken to have a nice color instead of showing up white into the dish. I like when they have a good color. So this is 1 tablespoon of Chinese sauce. I'm just gonna sprinkle all over the chicken, and then I will mix it in with my hands because I want it to get right there into the chicken, so we can get it coated even in the all over all sides. So look how that looks already. It gives a nice color and it smells nice, and this is gonna be good for the stew because you want the stew to have a beautiful color instead of being white, because chicken, if you don't color it up or if you don't flavor it up, you just have one plain white piece of chicken in your dish when you finish. So this is good. We're gonna let it sit, and then we will come back and show you guys how we put the stew together. Okay guys, so we have our chicken here in the marinade. It's nicely marinated for about 2 hours and more. So what I like to do for the stew, I like to brown it up a little. And Jessica, you might want to go a little bit further from the stove because this is gonna this water is gonna splatter up all over. So I like to brown them up a little on both sides to give a nice flavor. That will give the stew a nice flavor. So I'm just gonna put them in as they are, like that. We're not gonna put flour or anything. We're just gonna brown them up on both sides for a little until we get a nice color on both sides, and then we will put them into the stew. Okay guys, so I'm starting to flip them now, and this nice char color on that side is what I'm looking for. This is gonna help the stew to have a beautiful flavor, and you don't want to cook it too much. You just want, and the reason why it looks so brown so quickly is because I put that Chinese sauce into the marinade, and that helps because the color is dark, so it helps it to look brown quickly. But I'm gonna just leave it for another minute and then take out that batch and put in another set, and then we'll start the process of the stew. Okay guys, so now on the stove we have like a half a teaspoon of coconut oil. That's all. You don't even have to put any, but I use coconut oil to cook with, so I put a half a teaspoon, and this is the perfect way I want the chicken to brown up. It's not cooked, just brown up a little. And I'm gonna put all this into our pot, and like I said, I'm cooking for today and tomorrow, so that's why I have this much chicken. And I'm gonna nicely turn these up, and you can hear it sizzling already. And what I want to do is right now at this moment, I want to add my thyme, and here I have fine thyme that I pulled some off of the stem. And if you don't get all of it, because the stem have a lot of flavor, you can leave it, or sometimes if you don't have time to pull it off, you can just add it with the stem and you can take it out, because once it cooks, all the leaves are gonna fall off from the stem, and then you can just fish it out. So I have there about 2 teaspoons of fine thyme, and I have 1 teaspoon of broadleaf thyme. If you don't have it, that's optional, but I just have it in my house. I grow it all year long in my house, and I like to add it into the stew. So I'm gonna put some in here, and I'm just gonna turn it up. I find that the thyme gives the stew a beautiful flavor, and it's so fragrant. So I have in this pot homemade chicken stock, about 4 cups, and I'm gonna put it into here. And I always like to add my liquid when it's hot, if I have to add it to a pot that's already cooking, because I don't want to stop the process of cooking. So I'm gonna put the rest of it, and what I want to do, I want to make sure that the water is covering the chicken. So I'm gonna warm some more water and add. And if you don't have chicken stock, guys, you can use any kind of stock, or you can use, if you don't have any kinds of stock, you can use water as well. So I'm gonna add some water more to this, but in the meanwhile I'm gonna add my seasoning and show you guys and leave this to cook. So guys, I have here half a cup of tomato sauce, and you can add tomato in this dish as well. I don't have any tomatoes today, so I'm not adding any, or you can add tomato paste if you have. I have tomato paste, but I don't feel like opening a can right now. So I'm gonna add my half a cup of tomato sauce, which is gonna give that nice, rich stew color that you're looking for. And you can always add more if you like, and I think I'm gonna add a little bit more. So let's say we're adding 3/4 cup of tomato sauce. So because I want it to have more flavor and I want it to be the color to be the way I want it, or I can always adjust. And because I'm adding some vegetables and potato into this dish, I'm going to be adding my potatoes now, and I have 2 small potatoes cut into small pieces because you want them to cook quickly. So I'm going to add the potatoes now because I don't want it to, when the stew is done, the potato is not fully cooked. And I'm going to add, I have 1 carrot that I cut up. I'm going to add the carrot right now. Look how beautiful that looks. And I'm going to add in here this is half cup of frozen green peas, and this is gonna give a nice sweetness to this dish. So I'm gonna add it right at this moment. Look how beautiful that looks, right, Jessie?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it a little stir. And I know that I didn't add any salt yet, but I want to put some now, and then I'll taste this as the stew start cooking, and then we can add more. So I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon right now of salt, and we might have to add some more later, but as I cook I will taste and we will decide if we want to add more. And 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So we're gonna let this cook. And so guys, I have a large white onion cut up, and I'm gonna add it right now because we need to add flavor as we go with the stew. And I have here 3 large green onion that I'm gonna add right now as well, because while the food is cooking you want to build all the flavor, and this is everything is gonna infuse in this dish and make it so super good. So I'm gonna let this cook. I have to add some more water. I just want to cover it because we have that carrots to cook, we have the potato, and we have the green peas. So I'm gonna add here just over that, and we will left this to cook for half an hour to 45 minutes on slow. And when we're done, this chicken is gonna fall off the bone. So we're cooking it slowly, but it's gonna be well flavorful and very tasty. And I like to add, and this is optional, I like to add a little teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice. I find with the stew it gave a nice flavor. So if you don't have it, guys, you don't have to add any, but if you have it, try it one day if you never did before, and you'll tell me back or leave me a comment and let me know what you think about that. But I'm gonna add a teaspoon, and then after it starts cooking a little, I'll taste and let you guys know how it's going. So guys, we're gonna check it now to see how it is. And I went ahead and I still open a can of tomato paste, and I add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste because the tomato paste helps with the richness of the color. And for those who know me, I like when I'm making a dish, the color and the flavor have to be right before I can finish the dish. So I went ahead and add 1 tablespoon of tomato sauce, and if you look in here, that liquid is so beautiful. And I'm gonna taste. At this point you want to taste because the chicken is almost done. The carrots, I think it doesn't matter how cooked that one is, and the peas, I can see that they're done. But what I want to check is 1 piece of the potato, and I'm just gonna put it on the side here and just try for spoon to go through, and it went right through, so that's cooked as well. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna taste for flavor, and once the flavor is good, then I'll probably raise up the heat a little bit more so some of this liquid can go out. But look how beautiful this liquid is. I can't wait to taste it. The house smells amazing. My little one came in from the backyard and she said, Mom, the food smells so good. So I can't wait to taste this gravy. So this is the point that you can adjust flavor. You can add, if you want to add some more salt, you can add it here. If you want to add anything into this dish, this is the right time. So I'm gonna taste and let you guys know. Oh my God, this is packed with flavor, packed with amazing good flavor. The salt is just the right amount. Everything is just the right amount. So I'm just waiting now for a little bit more of that liquid to go down, and then this dish is ready, guys.
Yummy!
Guys, look at that beauty. It is nicely cooked. I can see the chicken is so nice and soft, and it's falling off the bone. And I'm gonna turn it off the stove, because when it get cooled down, it's gonna get some of this liquid is gonna evaporate out. It's gonna dry up and it won't have that much liquid. So I'm gonna turn this off now because it's done. And you can see in here, you can see the carrots. I can see carrots, I can see potato, I can see green peas, everything. So we're gonna take this off now, and I'm gonna taste and let you guys know. Okay guys, so this is the stewed chicken. It's nice and done, and it's so falling off the bone. You can see the potato is all melted. There's carrots in there, there's green peas. And if you know me, I always like to sneak in vegetable in any of my dish. So for my dinner, I have the stewed chicken, and I have some steamed bok choy and some sugar snap peas that we're gonna have with our dinner, because I like to put as much vegetable or sneak in as much vegetable as I can in any dish. So this is it, guys. It is so beautifully done. So I'm gonna try it for you guys, and I'm gonna let you guys know how it tastes. So guys, like I mentioned earlier, why I love this dish, you can eat it with anything. You can eat it with roti, you can eat it with bread, you can eat it with rice, you can eat it with anything of your choice. But today I'm gonna be eating it with rice because that's what I have right now. And you can add so many things to it. You can add any vegetable of your choice, peas, carrots, potato. I love a nice stew with carrots and potato. So here, guys. Oh my God. Anybody had a mouthful of this will want more. This tastes super, super good. The flavor is so rich. You can taste so many different flavors bursting out everywhere, guys. This is one dish you will love to share with your family. I hope you guys like the step that you will be able to make this dish, because you will, once you make it one time, you will never stop making it. So guys, I'm taking your mouthful now. All my viewers, all my subscribers, this is your mouthful. I'm in love with my plate of stewed chicken. So guys, I'm gonna be enjoying this tonight, but I just want to say, if you haven't subscribed to my videos, please remember to do so. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you would like me to make next, or if you have any question about this dish in particular, please leave me a comment. Until then, bye for now.